something out of that, and he clearly capitalized on it.
It's what I said earlier, just patience. You know, he knew where he had to be. He knew what he had to do to score that fall, and he was just patient, and he did it. Now here's a great bout here. And a fun fact about Brock Ervin from Illinois, Garth Yenter, the 133-pounder from Michigan State, lost to Brock Ervin his sophomore year in the state finals in high school. Garth Yenter from Campbell County, Kentucky.
I'm sure that
Brock Ervin from Union County, Kentucky.
I'm sure the two of them weren't shaking hands before this duel started.
No love lost there. We got an exciting bout on our hands. Gasca does a great job of always moving his hands and feet simultaneously. And a great job. Ervin just pulled a little too hard, and Gasca tried to capitalize it and get a tack off it.
Gasca had an impressive fall this past Friday against Purdue. Looking to go 2-0 on the weekend, as well as teammate Mitch Rogeliner also showed us earlier.
As well as Jacob Cooper at 197 pounds. A true freshman, Jacob Cooper. 2-0 on the weekend for the Spartans. Now Brock Ervin in that front headlock, and Gasca looking for a far knee tap dump. Just like Rogeliner did. He's gonna get that 2-point takedown. Start accumulating his riding time, 1 minute and 35 seconds left in the period.
Both wrestlers with a winning record this season. So, they're both hungry to win. As he cuts him loose.
And it looked like Ervin he was grabbing the headgear at Gasca to get that escape, but the officials didn't see it, so 1-point escape for Ervin. Back on their feet, 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the first period. And Ervin in on a beautiful head inside single leg, and he's looking to score. Gasca's going to look to attack these ankles, and he needs. And that could have been very dangerous for Ervin.
And that is the call that was made.
He looks a little bit confused, and I don't know if they're going to call injury time here, but if they do, they're going to start injury time here. And so Gasca's going to get the choice to come back from the break.
And we're back at Jennison Fieldhouse in East Lansing, Michigan. Coming off an injury timeout, Brock Ervin.
Glad to see Ervin could continue there. He looked like he was in a lot of pain when Gasca tried to pass that ankle. Gasca's going to elect to choose bottom. Start this second period, 1 minute and 5 seconds to go. For those of you who are not aware of the rules in college wrestling, if your opponent calls an injury time, you get to choose your choice of position. So that's what Gasca did. They were both on their feet. Gasca chose to start back on bottom. Gasca did a great job there. He got his hips out, and it looks like Ervin is hurt, and that's going to be 1 point for Gasca.
Is really bothering him. Somewhere on his knee or leg as he grabbed it the first time.
And now this second injury time is going to be a 1 point for Gasca. And you have to think that Ervin is a little bit, his confidence is going down as this injury is weathering on him. Gasca coming in hard with that left side underhook.
And it looks like he's almost gingerly favoring the knee as he's
And a
7
beautiful
defense.
shut by for Ervin. He's going to get a 2-point takedown. 4-3 leads now for Gasca.
Gasca's got to whizzer his way out of there.
The referee should be counting here. That should be a stall warning. I'm not too sure why he wasn't stalling as Ervin dropped down to that leg, but they're the ones wearing the stripes, and I'm not.
No points were awarded on that as Gasca will go back down in the defensive position. Ervin just at 8 seconds riding time. So although it is a 1-point difference and early in the first period, nothing to worry about just yet for Gasca.
Gasca gets that, controls that wrist, pulls it over his head and gets his hips back, and he's going to get a 1-point escape, and now he's looking for a 2-point takedown and near fall. He's going to get 2-point near fall. 9-3 lead now for Gasca. It was a huge sequence of events right at the end of the first period. Excuse me, second period. Now we're headed to the third.
So Christian, what do you think Gasca's game plan should be here going into the second period? Up 6 points.
Now, Illinois is challenging the near fall. So they don't think that Ervin was on his back long enough to be called for near fall. So they're going to do a video review here.
It didn't quite look from here that he did get him on his back. As to the reason why Illinois is challenging it,
I don't know if he held him long enough at that 45-degree angle to get a 2-swipe, but it was relatively quick. But I don't know if the officials will have enough video evidence to overturn this call.
So back to the question, being up 9-3 going into the second period, depending on this near fall call, what do you think Gasca's game plan should be from here on out? Does he go to look for the pin?
Bonus points. You have to look for bonus points. You have to get your team back in this. Down 20-6 with 3 bouts left after this match. If the Spartans don't pick up any bonus points from here on out, they're going to lose by a score of 18-6. If they win out, or excuse me, 18-20 if they win out this duel. But you have to think that Gasca's hungry for bonus points now with a 9-3 lead headed to the second period.
And like you mentioned, Spartans are looking for any kind of points possible, because once you hit the weight class like 157, where undefeated #1 ranked Isaiah Martinez from Illinois takes on Joe Johnson, Spartans are going to need everything they possibly could.
And now you see here Tom Minkle in his 25th season as a head coach in Michigan State Wrestling. To his left, Coach Roger Chandler, the head coach designate. He's going to be taking over the program, and expect big things for Coach Chandler as he takes over the program. He's got a great recruiting class so far this season, and
you mentioned with a new head coach coming in, they have to recruit all the wrestlers now. It's no longer Minkle's.
Now you see here, this is the fall that Gasca picked up over Danny Sabatello from Purdue on Friday night. Gasca was pumped. Look at that mean mug and the flex. That was a big fall over Gasca, and we're still looking at these officials, checking out the video replay.
Taking some time to look at this. It must not be clear on the video replay to them either.
It was a very close call. I don't think they're going to overturn it just because of lack of evidence. Call is going to stand, I believe. And
no near
they're going to take the near fall away, so 7-3 now.
Yeah, because from my angle, it didn't look like he was able to hold him at that 45-degree angle position that you mentioned for enough to award the near fall. So that tacks off 2 points from Gasca's score, bringing it to 7-3 second period. Still has a nice lead, but I mean, in wrestling, it's never a comfortable lead. Things could change like that, so.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a great challenge by the by the Illinois coaching staff. I thought it was close, but, was there enough evidence to overturn it? I wasn't sure. And like I said before, I'm not the one wearing the stripes. They are. So Gasca, he's a pretty good wrestler on bottom. He does a great job of continuing to move. And as I say that, he gets the head over, or the wrist over the head, and gets a 1-point escape, bring his lead to 8-3. And regardless of the fact that they took the near fall away, you still have to think that Gasca wants to score bonus points here.
Of course, you mentioned every point is crucial, especially coming towards the end of a duel like this.
And Gasca controlling that 2-on-1, and Ervin was aware that Gasca had already hit that far knee tap dump twice, so he circles out and back to the center. And it looks like Ervin is favoring that injury that he'd called already twice before in that left knee. Yeah, keeping that left hand down and circling away from Gasca. Gasca doing a great job in this front headlock, and now he's looking to lock up a cradle. This is where he pinned Sabatello earlier on Friday night. Ervin aware of the danger, and he bellies out. Gasca 10-3 lead now, and starting to take away the little bit of riding time that Brock Ervin has built up.
Gasca even attacking that left leg, like you said. Got to start to think, how's Ervin feeling, and how is he going to be able to continue with still 20 seconds left in the second period, and Gasca already with a 10-3 lead.
Like I mentioned, the Spartans need bonus points, but you don't want Ervin to medical forfeit out of this, because if he does, then the Spartans will get 6 points for the victory. But he seems like a tough kid. He's not weathered any since that second injury time he called. Ervin chooses to pick bottom to start the third period.
Even walking back, you could tell he's gingerly favoring that leg.
It's not a very traditional start that Ervin is approaching here. He's sitting on that left ankle. Gasca grabs the ankle, and he's working towards that left side. If he gets a ride out here, he'll get the 1 point for the riding time point, and he will get the major decision. So Gasca got that arm across the back and knee on that left elbow of Ervin.
As Gasca is coming up on just about a minute of riding time, with still 1:28 left in the third period, excuse me.
And this is one thing, I mentioned with the Spartans, they need to wrestle more on the mat, and Gasca is doing exactly that. He's doing a great job of getting out on bottom, and he's working for turns on top, and Ervin's going to get hit with the stall call.
Looks like Ervin might be in some pain down there.
Gasca with that bar on the left side, and he's looking to walk it around.
A minute left in the third period.
One thing to notice here is not the arm that Gasca has in, but watch his feet. He's continuing to drive forward, looking to keep pressure on Ervin's shoulders to try to turn him over.
Exactly. Now it looks like he's going to try to walk it around.
And he has to be patient here. He needs a post. He doesn't have one yet. He needs to find a wrist, or he needs to go to his shoulder on the left side.
30 seconds left.
Looking to walk that around once again. And the escape here would be huge for Ervin, as it would erase the major decision that Javier Gasca has built up.
He needs to look for 1 point at least, otherwise, like you mentioned, with 8 seconds left.
Regardless of an escape now, with the 1 point stall call, Gasca is going to earn the major decision. 12-3 with that near fall point. 2-0 on the weekend for the Spartans. And a great match by Gasca.